What is going on, guys? It's Chris here, and today I'm with Dan,
Hello.
and today we're going to talk about the PvP and the guild system in the Elder Scrolls Online. So, Dan, what do we know so far about the guilds? I know you know a lot about it. I mean, I've seen that you can be in more than one guild, so
Yeah, that's all I know about it.
that's all it is. Like, we don't know how.
We don't know how it'll affect if you have to pick one to be your main one or representing. We just know you can be in more than one,
I'm guessing
and
like it's like Guild Wars where you can represent one guild, but still be in another one, so you can swap between the representation of each guild.
well, they didn't say so far you can be in as many guilds as you want.
And we don't know how. Well, right now we don't know how to actually make a guild, but I'm guessing it's just some sort of point system where you just get a group of people together and make it. It should be that easy.
Yeah, it should be pretty simple.
And
I
if,
mean,
if you guys want to join our guild, by the way, sorry for interrupting, Dan. You
mm,
can check out the link now on the screen, and I'll bring you to the recruitment video so you can check that out. So PvP, this is going to be one long fucking conversation. PvP, basically the PvP system, Dan, it's just like world PvP, isn't it?
it's basically
There's no like set battlegrounds, to be fair.
no. There's no like instances and things like that because you actually only load Cyrodiil once. You don't go into a new zone once you're in there. You're in there. That's how
Oh,
they've made it.
yeah.
So it's not like you go into places. It literally once it loads, which I imagine will take like 5 days, you are in the one zone and that's it.
Okay, and there's territory gains, and these things are like, I'm guessing, like support groups and strongholds where you can take them over.
Yeah, I think they're calling them keeps. So, how you take them down is, well, by the looks of the video that you'll actually see us talking over now, they use siege weapons, which you can buy using PvP points, which I presume
You get
you
from
get.
killing people, yeah. Or,
Not just killing, they've actually said that healers will be equally rewarded for
oh,
being
so if
key
you're
in
a
battle.
healer, and healing a load of people, you still get the points for the amount of heals that you do.
Obviously, I'm sure they'll think of a way of making it so you can't just stand at the back with someone who isn't moving and just heal them the whole time. But yeah, healers will get points for healing as well as people would get for doing damage.
Oh, okay, so like like I said, healers will be rewarded as well as the DPS and the tanks. So they're calling it.
Yeah.
Um, Now guilds can take keeps as well, can't they? And they actually do get bonuses for that.
I don't know how they're going to do this because I don't know how they can say that one guild has taken it because I imagine it takes more than one person. So, but yeah, they've said that if you do take it with a guild, that keep will be under the guild's name and you gain a bonus for keeping that keep and it's your guild's keep.
Oh, okay, so you can get like stamina buffs or attack power buffs depending on.
Yeah, I imagine it's a buff instead of like a weapon or something because you keep the reward for as long as you have the keep. So if it was just a one-off thing, you'd just capture it and then leave it. So there's no incentive to keep the keep for your guild. But
Okay,
it would be quite cool because it would be like a guild hall. So you would have this place in the Cyrodiil that belongs to your guild.
okay.
Yeah.
So we were also looking at the fact that there is Elder Scrolls in it. Now the Elder Scrolls are kind of like orbs that each base has. So the Aldemir Dominion, the Daggerfall, and the Ebonhand, is it called?
Ebon Heart.
Ebonheart, sorry, can't get these
Yeah.
things right. They each have an Elder Scroll that people can take and bring back to their base for extra bonuses and power. These can be protected and taken from the Alliance, each Alliance's stronghold. Now, I'm guessing that'll work somewhat like capture the flag, some kind of thing. So you kind of have the whole taking over siege places and capture the flag at the same time.
Yeah, I imagine there'll be a lot of kind of like almost buffing within the war zones because I imagine for keeping your Elder Scroll you have like a I don't know a 20% buff while attacking blah 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 blah. So
Yeah.
if you take someone else's one, they're gonna be weaker, but you're also gonna be stronger than let's say Aldemir Dominion takes the Ebonheart Pax one. So then the Aldemir Dominion have two, so they'll be even stronger than Ebonheart Pact, but then that'll still be slightly stronger than the other one.
Oh, okay.
So,
So it's like 50-50 kind of layout kind of thing.
um, I don't know. I mean, it's just guesses here
It's kind of
because
guesses. We don't really know as of yet.
all it says is that each alliance has a special stronghold within the Cyrodiil. So I imagine everyone will have a base camp
Oh, okay.
or maybe somewhere just off that. So obviously you don't want to be spawning in a place where people are trying to take things from.
No,
So
no.
um,
Yeah. So siege weapons, you can, as we were saying, you can get like rewards for killing or healing people, and you can buy siege weapons from trebuchets, to catapults to ballistas, battering rams, and other things. They haven't mentioned much more, but we have seen that there is a lot of flipping catapults with flaming balls. That's all I.
yeah, another thing is there isn't just things to take down walls, there's things to keep your walls strong. So like once you're inside, like you can build things to pour oil on people who are up trying to smash down your wall and things like that. So to keep them defended as well. But
So will archers have really kind of an important role in the PvP system, seeing as they'll be up top taking down the people on the bottom? They'll be one of the main classes for PvP, I think.
yeah, but what you forget is there's also casters and yeah, there's a lot of
Oh,
people will be
that's
able
what I
to
meant. Archers as in range, like.
Yeah, I can imagine that they would come in handy, but the main thing you want to do is just keep them away from your walls. So putting a massive tank down there is kind of going to deter people from coming up to them anyway.
Which is
So
probably what I'm gonna end up doing is just rolling a Khajiit tank, stacking stamina, and just standing there like, "Sup, I got a big cock."
see, that's one thing. They haven't said anything about stamina, inverted commas.
Well, not stamina per se. I meant like the health. I would put everything towards my health system, so I could stand there and be the tank, the wall
Yeah,
of speed.
it will be interesting to see because they actually have, as well as having like your class specific skill lines, because there's a million of them. So you have your three skill lines, and then you have a race specific skill line. There's actually a PvP skill line. I'll be
Oh,
interested to see.
so you can have, if you're the person that likes PvE and PvP, you can have the PvE skill line and gear up to be a healer, but then you could gear up in PvP to be
No,
a
no, no, no,
DPS.
no, no,
Or
no,
not gear up, sorry,
no,
skill up.
no, no. It's not like that. There isn't a PvE skill line. There is literally a skill line for PvP abilities. So how you would put in, let's say when you get a skill point, you could put it into two hand to get a two hand ability. You
Okay.
could put a skill point into the PvP line to get a PvP ability. So it'll be interesting to see what abilities you'll get for PvP because clearly they'll have to help you in PvP more than they would elsewhere to make it kind of specialist.
Yeah, yeah.
So they might be like things like you would only use against like other players.
So I'm
So
guessing like escape snares easier or something, or have kind of a inverted
yeah,
commas trinket.
yeah, it must be
Escape.
something like that. It'll be that's what I'm interested to see because their skill lines do sound like there's a ton of them. So
Yeah, which would be interesting if they leak that anytime soon. If you're watching this, leak it.
please.
Um, Also, now, after the battle's done, someone's gonna have to win. So what happens when you win? I'm reading here you become the Emperor. So that's the highest ranking player of the Alliance is crowned the Emperor when their alliance take control of the Imperial cities.
Yeah,
That is what
so
you're fighting for.
as you were saying earlier, there is a leaderboard for your alliance. So this is to do with points which are the same as your PvP points that you used
Oh,
to
okay.
spend. Obviously it's not to do with how many you have at the time. If you spend them, it still like counts how many you had. So you don't need to worry about stockpiling them to become the emperor.
Okay,
But
so you can't really just farm to become the Emperor. You can't really.
no, this is the thing. It's to do with how much you earned over the whole time.
So
So
it's your participation in the PvP to become the Emperor.
yeah, so I did hear an interesting argument about this. Well, not an argument, a question. Um, could a healer become emperor? Because obviously, it's to do with points, and if points are to do with damage, then
I'm
they could.
guessing they'll do some sort of system where they'll have damage and healing put into one.
Yeah, but it will be interesting to see if they can balance that because
Yeah, you could have inverted commas now paladin or priest kind of thing doing damage as well as healing themselves. So they could kind of that could be exploited if that was the case. So it will be interesting, like you said, to see what way they will make this leaderboard work out.
yeah, and another thing is, I want to see how they're going to reward you for actually like taking a keep, opposed to being in the middle fighting the whole time and not actually doing anything strategically positive towards the battleground.
I think it'll have to do with participation, like in the fact that you can't just kind of stand there and hit one thing and then become emperor. You're gonna have to take like 10 keeps and defeat 1,000 foes to actually get somewhere high on the leaderboards instead of just
Yeah, because if
becoming.
it couldn't literally be just kill people, because then you could have a bot as the emperor.
You could
You could
just
literally have someone who just goes in and swings his sword all day long.
so you also have to be level 10 to jump right into the war. Is that correct? It's not
Um,
like a straight away kind of thing, so players will have time to get used to the
yeah, they have a lot of time. They reckon it take about 15 hours to get to level 10, so you have to actually learn a, a bit about your character and how to play and
Okay, so they're
all the
not just
basics.
throwing you in the deep end straight away. You're gonna
No, you're not gonna
shallow to the high.
go in and be trying to think like, oh, what happens if I press this button? What do I use my skill points for? What do I use armor for?
Yeah,
But
obviously.
another interesting thing is they do level you up, but unlike other games where they level you up and you have like all the abilities already, you still only have the abilities you have earned for your level that you would be. So all they do is they level up your stats, and that's it. They won't give you the abilities that the level 50s have. So I've seen a video where one of the people was saying that in their tests, or where they just play all the like makers of it and stuff,
Yeah.
that if a level 10 went to fight a level 50, 9 times out of 10 the level 50 will win.
Yeah, because he has the fact that he has more experience and the better skills, etc., etc.
Yeah, so it's not down to it. Kind of it's good because it shows that it's not down to stats, because they would be even stats, so it's not a 50-50 chance.
Yeah,
But they have said that if it was two level 10s on a 50, then
it
it
would
evens
balance out.
out a bit, yeah. So they're not OP in one way
Yeah,
or
you won't be. It's not like a level 100 fighting against a level 1. It'll be the fact that you will be boosted to level 100, but there'll be, let's say, the real level 100 and the boosted one. The real one would have more of an advantage, so he would be dominated.
yeah.
Now points and gold. This is for your trebuchets, and your gear, hopefully. Now, it does
Yeah.
say siege weaponry and other bonuses to aid their allies in the heated pitch of battle. So let's talk a little about that. The fact that we've already talked about the siege weapons, but what do you reckon the other bonuses would be? Do you reckon there'll be gear, weapons? Do you think there'll be specific gear?
See, it says other bonuses to aid your allies, so I'm not sure. I think there'll be interesting things like battle flags that you've had in other things, like where you can put down a flag and everyone in the area will be boosted by something,
Oh,
or
okay. Or like kind of a summoned AI soldiers or something like that. Just something along the lines of,
yeah, or maybe like I don't know, like a portable barracks, so they go in and like heal themselves up or something like that. It'll be
oh, like a
interesting.
repair station, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's really all we have for PvP right now, isn't it? We don't have much more information about it. They've given us everything here on Tamriel Foundry. You can go check the
yeah.
link below.
It does say here that they keep track and give you ranks throughout the game, so you'll have a lifetime score, which you should be able to compare with. Um, it says compare with yourself, which is slightly weird because that
No,
makes
it says
no
compare yourself. Oh yeah, compare with yourself, your
sense.
allies, and your guild. So it's like, yeah,
Yes.
I'm better than me.
So it'll be interesting because that way you can actually see like, well, best in guild, because I like a bit of friendly competition within a guild.
Well, that
So
you're gonna have some competition. You're gonna have some.
yeah, not with you. Maybe the people that join us, but not you.
So, guys, that's all we got for this podcast this week. Tune in next Thursday and we'll have more topics. Leave your questions below and we will answer them as quickly and as fast
And
as possible.
and not just questions. What you want to see next week, put down there. So even if you don't have a question, you just want to say, I want to know something about this, something broad, then we just pick what people want to listen
Yeah,
to.
just
We'll
don't go
tell you.
any daggers in the game. There's probably going to be billions, but
No, there's 1,337. That's what they've told us so far.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I see the pun there.
yeah.
Anyway, guys, make sure to follow us on Twitter. We'll be tweeting every now and then. Facebook, that's really not important. I don't give a shit about that. And subscribe if you haven't. So, we got anything else to say, Dan, before we call it?
Don't be a noob.
Don't be a noob, guys. Just don't. We'll see you all in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.